music down. We've made it to the top. We've made it to our crown chakra, Sahasrara. So if you remember, we've been working with our chakras, with Muladhara, the root chakra, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddha, Ajna, and then Sahasrara. You're wondering what that noise is. The dog's currently making a nest on the sofa. I think she's getting ready. She's not going to practice today, she's just going to listen. We're joined by the lovely Steve. Okay, so I didn't say at the beginning of the other class, but obviously all my students know, and if you're listening to me or watching me for the first time, just know that yoga is totally non-competitive. You're not comparing yourself to anyone else, and you're certainly not comparing yourself to yourself the day before, the week before. You can do what you can do on that particular day. If you haven't been practicing for a while, or you feel particularly tense and stiff, I know a lot of people are probably quite anxious at the moment, and all my shoulders are up and tense. So just try and relax and try and be here in the present moment while you're watching this or while you're practicing. And just do what your body tells you to do. If I'm asking you to move into a posture, if I'm demonstrating something, don't feel like you have to go into the full posture. You can challenge yourself by all means, but just take it easy and do what you want to do. And obviously at the moment I can't see you. That might be coming later when we go on to interactive classes, which I'm looking into. But for the moment I can't see what you're doing. So you could be sitting down having a cup of tea, but that's fine. Welcome, whatever you're doing. So if you're practicing, we're going to be working with that crown chakra, that, like I said, the 7th chakra, Sahasrara. So this is the pure consciousness. This is the crown of all the other chakras. So it relates to the crown of the head, so just above the crown of the head. Physically, it can relate to the pineal gland, the hypothalamus, the pituitary gland, all in the head, all in the brain. And what we aim to do when we work on Sahasrara is we aim to integrate the right and the left, the masculine and the feminine, and Ida and Pingala, as we've been talking about before. And we're going to connect with our innermost self and with everyone. We're going to connect with everyone. This is what everyone's doing in this time of crisis at the moment. We're all connecting with each other in different ways. So we're going to start unusually. We're just going to close our eyes and going to have our hands in prayer, and we're just going to start with a very short meditation, sitting up. So closing the eyes, just imagining the spine as the stalk of a flower. So sitting up nice and tall, maybe legs crossed or legs outstretched, it's up to you. And as you breathe, you're breathing into the tummy, and your breath is coming up the spine, all the way to the crown of the head, and then as you breathe out, it flows back down the spine, all the way back to the base. Hands in prayer, so breathing in, feeling that breath coming all the way up the spine to the crown, and then breathing out. So as you breathe in, you're breathing all that lovely prana, that energy, that life force. And as you breathe out, everything flows away, all your physical, mental problems, all your stresses. And then I want you to imagine at the top of the crown, just above your head, is this luminous white lotus flower. So as you breathe in, you'll see those petals on that lotus flower begin to unfurl. Petal by petal. Beautiful white petals unfurling on your lotus flower. Until your crown chakra, represented by that lotus flower, is completely open. Okay, so opening the eyes, letting the hands go. Okay, so we'll lay down, that will do to start off with. Laying down in Shavasana, you can have your legs outstretched or knees bent. Arms away from the body. If you can, palms up to the ceiling if that's comfortable for you. Gently closing the eyes. Okay, so just feeling the weight of the body on the floor at the moment. Feel the points of contact. And as you breathe out, let everything flow away into the floor. Okay, so we're going to stretch the legs out straight. The arms are going to come in. We're going to take a nice deep breath in. I'm going to have a lovely long stretch. Point through the fingertips, through the toes. Lovely stretch all the way through the body. And then toes up to the ceiling, heels pushed away. Really lovely stretch, stretching out the back of the calves. And breathing in. And then breathing out, bringing those arms back down by your side. Okay, so right knee comes in. Clasp around that knee. Really enjoy that stretch all the way up into the small of the back. And then clasp around the back of the thigh. Foot goes up towards the ceiling. Rotating that foot 3 times one way. And then 3 times the other way. Breathing in. And then release that leg down nice and straight if you want to. Now just pause a second and see if you can feel there's a difference between the length in the legs. Okay, so left leg in, knee, clasping around that left knee, really pulling that knee in towards your chest, lovely stretch. And then clasping around the back of the thigh, foot goes up to the ceiling, rotate that foot 3 times one way. Mobilising that ankle joint. You might have been doing a lot more sitting lately. And the other way. Release that leg down. And then both knees in, one at a time. Clasping around those knees, curling up into a little ball. Releasing that lower back. Small circles, side to side. And then rolling over to the right hand side if you've got normal or high blood pressure, to the left if you've got low. And then coming up to seated. Okay, so we're going to cross the legs, sit up nice and tall. So we've got those legs crossed and we're going to cross them back the other way. Sorry about that, legs. So we should be on your less comfortable side. Okay, so right hand down, left hand up, breathing in. Breathing out over to the side, just gazing forward. Breathing in and then breathing out. Other side, breathing in, breathing out. Lovely side stretch, breathing in and then out. Okay, this time looking up past the elbow towards the ceiling if you want to on this stretch. Breathing into centre and then down, nice cracking elbow there. Breathing in, over, looking up, breathing in and then breathing out. Lovely. Cross the legs the other way. You can do these exercises with legs outstretched, obviously, if you want to. Okay, so this time we're going to do a twist. So we'll do the one with our hands in prayer to start off with. So breathing in, arms up. Breathing out, twist around to the right. So just go to the side, bring your arms down, that's it. And then breathe in, straighten that back. And then breathe out, twist all the way around. Nice gentle breath into centre and then breathe out. Lovely, well done. Breathe in. Arms up, breathing out, turning over to the left this time. So breathing in, straighten that spine and then breathe out, twist round a bit further. Working with the breath, breathing into centre and then release. One more time, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and then twist round, breathe out. Breathe back to centre. Okay, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, And then twist round all the way to the rear. And then breathe into centre. Lovely, well done. If you've got your legs crossed, cross them the other way. Last one with the legs crossed, so we do forward and back. So sitting up nice and tall, breathing in, breathing out, coming forwards. Let the head fall down, nice and gentle forward then. Breathe into centre, and then hands just placed just behind you. Just gaze up to the ceiling if you want to, but don't let that head fall all the way back down. Breathe into centre. Breathing out, coming forwards. Breathe into centre. And then hands behind you, pushing up the chest. Breathe in. Breathe out, sorry, and then breathe into centre. Lovely, well done. Okay, on to the next bit of mobilisation. So, you can pad underneath your knees if you want to. We're going to come onto our hands and knees. We're going to do the cat and cow. So, hopefully you'll be able to see a bit better on this one this time. Let me come forward a little bit so you can see. Okay, lovely. So, feet flat. So, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Two nice parallel lines. So, keep that nice straight position. Okay, toes flat, breathing in, flat, breathing in. Tip the back, look forward. Breathing out, pull that tummy up towards the ceiling, push through the arms, raise the spine up into the cat. Breathing in, dip the back, look forward. Breathing out, pulling that tummy up, pushing up through the hands, head down into the cat. We'll do one more. Breathing in, dip the back, look forward. Releasing that belly down, and then breathing out, pulling the tummy up towards the ceiling, push through those arms into the cat, head down, lovely, and then back to neutral position. Lovely, well done. Okay, we'll do our 3-part down dog just to finish off this mobilisation. So, toes under. Okay, breathing in. Breathing out, so bottom up nice and high, knees nice and bent, so pushing back, pushing on the hands, head comes between the top of the arms, knees nice and bent, keep pushing back, that's lovely, well done, keep breathing, and then coming down. Sitting back, bottom towards your heels, hands forward into extended child's pose, head down. Release off those shoulders, release those wrists and hands. Okay, coming up to tabletop. This time we're going to walk the feet down one at a time. Hopefully you can see my feet coming down one at a time. Breathing in, breathing out. So into your down dog, and then heels down one at a time. They might not come all the way. Releasing off all that tension in the calves, back of the legs. Try and keep that tailbone pushing back. Try not to bring the weight too far forward. And when you're ready, coming down. Bottom back towards the heels, hands forward, head down into extended child's pose, nice and slowly. And then breathing in, coming up. And then we're going to go into our downward facing dog. So this is our inversion, remember, head's lower than the heart, so reversing the effects of gravity. So really good for our blood flow, circulation, really good for toxins in the brain. Clearing those toxins, clearing the head of all that stress and anxiety of the last few days. So toes under, breathing in, breathing out. So bottom up nice and high, head going back between the top of the arms. Just move the head a little bit and release tension in that neck. Keep those knees bent, that's fine. Heels working towards the floor, they don't have to come all the way down. That's lovely, keep breathing. And then when you're ready, coming down. Sit back on your heels, towards your heels. This time, if you want to, come into the full child's pose. So, palms facing up to the ceiling, down by your feet. Head down. Releasing all that tension in the shoulders. Lovely, and then coming up. So we're going to come up to down dog and we're going to come up nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. So toes under, breathing in, breathing out. Bottom up nice and high. So walk those toes towards the fingertips, come up to the fingertips. So just fold over into a rag doll to start off with if you can. Just let everything flow down into the floor. Keeping those knees nice and bent, using those tummy muscles. Come up nice and slow. Shoulders and then head last of all. Into your lovely Tadasana position. Well done everyone. Okay, lovely, well done. Okay, so we're going to move into our earth sequence. I think we'll do one modified salute to the sun and then we'll do the earth sequence. So just one each side. So coming to the top of the mat. Okay, hopefully you should be able to see this. So toes nicely pointing forward, so feet directly underneath your hips, nice Tadasana position. So remember we're working with this crown chakra, so just above the top of the head, so feel that lovely spinning energy at the top of the head there, pulling you up towards the ceiling. Okay, breathing in, looking up. Breathing out, coming all the way down. Breathing in, right knee down, look forward. Breathing out, left knee down. Breathing in, forearms down, into Sphinx. Hands at the side, breathe out into extended child's pose. Breathe in, right leg forward. Breathe out, left to join it. Breathe in, all the way up, arms all the way up to the top. And then breathing out all the way down. Hands back into prayer. Back to the top of your mat. Breathing in. You can tilt back slightly if you want to. Breathing out, coming all the way down. Breathing in, left knee down, look forward. Breathing out, tabletop position. Forearms down, breathe into Sphinx. Hands at the side, breathe out into extended child's pose. Breathe in, left leg forward. Breathe out, right to join it. Breathe in, arms all the way up and back. Can, and then breathe out, come all the way around, back into prayer. Lovely, well done. Okay, so we're going to do the earth sequence. So you'll be all right that way, won't you, Steve? You'll be fine. You're going to go that way, or you're going to go, yeah, it'd be better if you go that way. You'll be fine, won't you? He knows what he's doing. You've got my head in today, but you've got Steve's been decapitated. That's fine, I'm sure he can cope. Right, so nice Tadasana feet. Okay, so remember we're dealing with this crown chakra. So when we bring that energy up, we're going to feel that crown chakra vibrate. Okay, so we'll do it nice and slow. One full round. So breathing in, making the triangle, looking up. Breathing out, coming down. Breathing in, bring the energy up. Breathing out, coming down. Breathing in, looking up. Breathing out, coming round. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. So do one more. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And then step out to the right. Okay, breathe in. We're going to do a nice squat. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. In. Squat. In. Out. One more. Breathe in. Out. In. And then turn both feet to the right. Out. Okay, breathe in. Breathe out, push the energy forward, breathe in, and then breathe out. In, out, in, out. One more. In, out, in, and then all the way around to the other side. Well done, Steve. Breathe in, out, in, in, out, in, out. One more, in, out, all the way back round to the front, and then out. Okay, forward bending, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, protect that back, remember, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. One more, breathe in, out, in, out. Hands come round into prayer. Gently close the eyes. Just let that breath settle. Okay, that's lovely. So we're going to carry on now with our posture work. So we're going to work on Tadasana. We're going to work through Tadasana all the way up to the crown. So we're going to really work on this lovely posture. So feet directly beneath your hips. So grab your hip bone, straight down, feet below, pointing forward. So not out to the side, we're not ballet dancers, we're not doing pliés or anything. We're not pigeon-toed either, so lovely. Okay, so imagine those two lines running from either side of the foot, up the outside of the leg, slight bend in the knee, bit of tension in the thigh, and then up to the hips. Okay, so push those hips too far forwards, and then push them too far back, and then just let them sit. Another way to achieve that nice hip position is to put your hand at the top, and then just push the bottom down slightly, so those hips sit nice and straight. Okay, so we're up to the hips. Coming up to that gap, so above the hip bone, before the ribs, lengthening this squishy gap here. And then that will bring the chest up, so make sure the chest isn't too far forward with the shoulders too far back. You can do that if you want to. And then bring the shoulders too far round. Okay, and then straighten up. Okay, so we'll have the right shoulder up towards the ear, and then we'll let that one down. Have the left up, and then we'll let that one down. Okay, so we want that nice straight line across the shoulders. Okay, and then gazing directly forwards. First of all, we're going to breathe in, arms out to the side, and then breathe out. Just let those arms fall. So we're going to do our neck exercises. So breathing in, turn the gaze round to the right. Breathe into centre, and then round to the left. Breathe into centre. Same again, breathe out to the right. Breathe into centre, and then round to the left. Breathe into centre. Okay, this time we're going to do right ear to right shoulder. So breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, and then over to the other side. Breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, over to the right. Breathe in, and then over to the left. Breathe in. Okay. So this time we're going to just gently look up towards the ceiling. So just a slight tilt up of the chin. So breathe in, breathe out, back. Breathe in, and then breathe out. So when you do your forward one, try and keep those shoulders back. If it's not too strong on the neck, just let the weight of the head bring that head forward, stretching the back of the neck. And then breathe into centre. Okay, so we're just going to do a side to side sort of scooping movement. We're not going to put our head all the way round to the back. So we're going to breathe in, breathe out forwards. Then you're going to turn and breathe up and look to the right. Breathe in, breathe out, come back down. Okay, breathe in, breathe out, up to the left, breathe in, and then breathe out, down. Breathe in. Lovely, well done. Okay, fantastic. So we're lovely and tall and loose now. So we're just going to imagine that lovely tall puppet string from Sahasrara pulling up towards the ceiling. Okay, so we're going to do the tree now. So we're going to balance on the right leg. We're going to put the toes of the other leg, other foot rather, and hands into prayer. So working this leg back, working this hip up, hands into prayer. Imagine that crown chakra glowing here, pulling you up towards the ceiling. Keep breathing. Either focus directly ahead of you or focus onto some kind of drishti point. Keep breathing and then release. Okay, same on the other side. So balancing on the left this time. Toes of the right and the heel on the right. Okay, that knees pointing, pushing back, hip pulling up, hands into prayer. Okay, again, gazing forwards or picking your drishti point and just looking at that drishti point. Lovely, well done. And then release. Okay, so we're going to come up with the foot this time onto the calf. So when you're ready, keep breathing, don't hold your breath. And then release. Same on the other side, so balancing on the left this time, foot onto the calf. Keep breathing. Lovely, and then release. Well done, Steve. Right, shake everything out. Give yourself a little shake. Kick your legs, give yourself a little shake. Okay, so we're going to come into Trikonasana. So breathing in. Nice wide stance. Both feet turned to the right, hips back towards the front. Okay, looking over that right hand. So remember, we're going to go over and then down. We're going to come try and be completely on the side. We're not going to try and come forward. So breathing in. Breathing out, over towards the right and then down. Hand onto the hip to start off with. Get that shoulder back, get that head back in line, and then when you're ready, hand goes up towards the ceiling. Palm facing it. That's lovely, well done. Keep breathing. Looking up to that hand if you want to. And breathing in, coming up from the side, and then releasing. Same on the other side. Both feet to the left this time, hips forward. Nice straight arms, straight across the body. Okay, looking over the left this time, breathing in. Breathing out, over to the side, and then down. Hand onto hip to get that shoulder back. Head back in line, well done, Stu. And then hands straight up. Keep breathing. Coming up from the side. And then releasing. Lovely, well done. Okay, so just heel toe those heels in feet together. And check what we're going to do. Okay, so we're going to go into palm tree, so we're going to sway. Shut that door. Okay, so feet hip width apart again, Tadasana position. Okay, so we're going to bring our arms up above our heads, palms facing. Okay, so gazing just forwards this time, breathing in. Feel those palms reaching up, and then as you breathe out, you're going to come over on the side to the right. Nice and gently, breathe into centre. Feel those hands going up, pointing up, 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 and then breathe out over to the side. Palm tree swaying in the breeze. Breathing in and stretching up, breathing out over to the first side. Breathing in, stretching out, and then breathing out over to the last side. Breathing in, and then releasing those hands down nice and slow. Well done. Okay, so we're going to move into the chair. So we're going to do a twist as well with the chair. So remember, we're focusing on this crown chakra. So we're focusing on the top of the head. So nice Tadasana feet, hip width apart. Going to breathe in, arms up. So they're just going to be shoulder width apart, palms facing each other. And as you breathe out, you're going to bend those knees and sit down on your chair. Keep those arms up. Keep breathing. Gazing forwards, picking a drishti point if you can. And breathing in, coming up. And then breathing out, coming down. Okay, try that one more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend those knees into your chair. Stretching those arms up, keeping those arms lovely and straight, and breathing in, and then breathing out. Okay, that's lovely, well done. Right, so we're going to come down into Uttanasana, and then we're going to come down to the floor. So, nice breath in, arms up, and then breathing out. Swan dive all the way down. Bend those knees a little bit. Just come down into that ragdoll position. Let everything flow. Have those knees quite bent if you want. And then when you're ready, hands flat, knees down, feet to the side, and then coming round into a seated posture. Okay, so first exercise we're going to do on the floor. Just checking the time. So we're going to do seated forward bend, so Paschimottanasana. So grabbing your straps, if you want to use your strap, you don't have to, but if you want to, now's the time to grab the straps. So we'll just, first of all, we'll just have the strap handy and we'll put our hands at the side and we'll do Dandasana. So you can just come onto your sit bones if you want to. So moving that flesh out of the way, coming up so you can feel those sit bones underneath you. Imagine that crown chakra at the top of the head, pointing straight up to the ceiling. Hands at the side, hands down, elbows back, gazing forwards into Dandasana staff pose. Breathing. It's really good for stretching out the legs, really good for your posture. And then release. Okay, so strap round both feet this time. We're going to do this nice and gently. Okay, so have your arms nice and loose so you can have your shoulders back and down. So breathing in, breathing out. So we're going to come forward with a straight back to start off with, so nice and gently. Just looking over the toes into the distance. You might not come too far. Just keeping that head up and relaxing into that gentle straight back position, seated forward bend. And then coming up on the in-breath. Okay. Try that one more time. Breathing in and then breathing out, coming forwards. Work your hands down your straps a little bit lower if you want to. Just coming forward with that straight back still, head up. Okay, stay where you are. Keep breathing. Okay, and then a nice deep breath in. And then the head goes forward towards the knees. Come forward into your full forward bend. Paschimottanasana. Nice and gently, nice deep breaths while you're there. Coming down as you breathe out, you might come down a little bit more each time. Lovely, well done. So coming up nice and slow. So we'll try that one last time. So breathing in, breathing out. So straight back first of all, as far as you possibly can. You can adjust your hands and then breathe in and then breathe out. And when you're in the position, keep those elbows in, don't have the elbows out to the side, elbows nice down. Head rolling forwards. And then coming up. Head up, back up. And then releasing the straps. Well done everyone, lovely. Okay, so we're going to move on to that seated forward bend, but we're going to do it wide-legged this time, so exact to the side. We're not going to need our straps for this one. So again, the way to move on to the sit bones in this position is to put your hands behind you and just push yourself forward slightly so you come up, so you can have a nice straight back. Okay, so already I can feel a nice stretch here on the inner thigh. So hands not on the knees preferably, so either on the thighs or on the calves. We're going to breathe in and we're going to breathe out. We're going to follow the legs down. Try and keep the head up and keep that nice straight back position still. That's lovely. Keep breathing. Don't let the head fall forward yet. And then breathing in, coming up. Okay, we'll do that one more time. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, just to your straight back position, and then breathe in. And then as you breathe out, again, just as you did in the forward bend, legs together, the head comes down towards the floor, hands running down the legs. Might be able to hold the feet. Don't worry, however you come, however far you come, is however far you're meant to come today. Breathing gently. If it's too strong on the back, then come out nice and gently. And then everybody coming up nice and slow and in breath. Okay, that's lovely. Bringing the legs together and then give yourself a little bit of a massage and a little wobble. Okay, lovely. So we're going to come down to crocodile. So we're going to come down onto our tummies. I'll just demonstrate this one first if you like. So we do this quite naturally. We're going to have our heels out to the side, but this time when we come down completely flat, we're going to come down holding our elbows, and then we're going to put the head down. We're going to release the feet off. Relaxation, crocodile position. Okay, so coming onto your tummy. Your legs pointing away, but let your heels flop out to the side and the toes coming towards Then you're going to hold the elbows. That's it, lovely. I'm going to breathe in, look forwards, and then as you breathe out, you're going to release that head down. So just let the head relax and hang. So you're going to be kind of feel it in the top of the back and the shoulders, feel it in the lower back. And as you breathe, your tummy will press against the floor. And the in-breath. Closing the eyes if you're happy to. Okay, and then you can release those arms down further and have the hands straight out in front of you. Still have the heels popping out to the side. So if you want to go into a further position and extend that crocodile position, you're going to put your hands behind your head and you're going to come up with the hands behind the head. Hold for a few seconds and then come back down. Did you get on with that one alright? Steve?
Mm.
Did you do it with the hands behind the head?
Mm.
Good. Right, so coming up with the hands behind the head, breathing in. Hold for a second or two, and then come down. Well done, fantastic. Okay, so we're going to move to the edge of the mat. Going to roll onto our backs, knees in one at a time, and releasing off that lower back. Few circles. Rolling over to the right hand side if you've got normal or high blood pressure. To the left if you've got low. Coming up to seated. Just going to do a gentle twist. So we're going to have the legs outstretched and we're going to come over to the side. So I'm going to come to the right to start off with. So breathing in, breathing out. So hands at the side and then breathe into centre. And then over to the other side. And then breathe into centre. Over to the first side, breathing out. Breathing into centre. And then breathing out over to the other side. Breathing into centre. Okay, well done. Okay, so we're going to bring our legs together in Baddha Konasana. So, again, if you want to use your strap, you can. If you've got a strap, hook back around your feet. And just have you, again, try and get these shoulders back and down. So your shoulders aren't hunched, nice and back and down. Okay, so if you've got the strap around your feet, you can bring them in a bit closer. It just helps you sit up taller and bring them in. Okay, so we'll do the butterfly. So breathing in, knees come up. Breathing out, knees go down. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then last one, breathing in. And then breathing out. Okay, lovely. So we're going to let go of the strap. And then, should have said to come to the top of your mat. We'll come to the top of our mat. And we're going to do Supta Baddha Konasana, which is just reclined. We're going to do our breathing. So gently come down onto your elbows, then the back down, and then the whole of the back down. So if you're happy to leave your feet together and your knees out to the side in Baddha Konasana, and that's fine. Or just have your knees up towards the ceiling if you're not happy with an out to the side. So hands into prayer with your fingers pointing up towards your face on your chest. Okay, so we're going to breathe in. The palms are going to come above the head, all the way to the floor, to that crown chakra behind. And then breathing out to bring them back. Back to the heart. Okay, 2 more times. Breathe in. Palms all the way above your head. And then breathe out. Back to the heart. And then last one, breathe in. All the way above. And then back to your heart. So, just gently coaxing your legs up. Knees pointing towards the ceiling. Bending those knees in one at a time. Releasing that lower back again. Small circles. And rolling over to the right hand side if you've got normal or high blood pressure. To the left if you've got low. And then we're going to come up into our last inversion. So the last inversion that we're going to do is we're going to start to work on our headstand. Now if you've got any problems with the neck, obviously do not do this at all. You can go into your down dog or you can go into legs up the wall. We're only going to do a very, very gentle pose. So what I'll do is I'll demonstrate. You're going to have your hands clasped. They're going to come down and your elbows are going to make a triangle. Your head is going to be put into that where the hands are clasped. Toes under. And then you're going to just come up onto the top of your head. Stay there for a couple of breaths. And then you're ready, bending the knees, coming down, extended child's pose, and then full child's pose. So you just try it. We're only doing very, very gentle practice. If you don't want to do that with your head down, you can do the dolphin, not putting your head down. You could do downward facing dog. So whichever one you're happy to do. If you're happy to try that, clasp your hands together, making a little pocket, if you like, for your head to go into. Then your head goes just in front of the hands, and then the hands hold the back of the head. Toes under, breathing in, and then as you breathe out, so you're kind of taking the weight on the arms and the top of the head. Coming down nice and slow. Extended child's pose and then full child's pose. Okay, so coming up into tabletop. Coming round. Legs in front. And we're just going to sit up. Do a little tiny bit of breathing practice. And then we're going to have a lovely relaxation. So sitting up nice and tall. I've got the sofa behind me, so that's quite nice. You can sit up against a wall, it's quite pleasant. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall. And to have the hands in chin mudra, thumb and finger together, other 3 fingers pointing away. Okay, so you can have the hands placed up, palms up or palms down. Okay, we're going to gently close the eyes. And we're just going to do some counting breaths. So we're going to breathe in for 3 and out for 4 to start. So breathing in 2, 3, out, 2, 3, 4, and then just let it go. Big breath, go back to normal. This time we're going to breathe into 4 and out to 5. So closing the eyes, breathing in 2, 3, 4, out 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just let the breath go back to normal. So whichever of those you were happiest with, so 3 and 4, or 4 and 5, we're going to do 3 rounds in your own time. So when you're finished, just sit. Okay, so breathing in. So we've finished our main posture work, so we're going to move into relaxation. So to get yourself nice and comfortable, if you want to do Shavasana, you've got your hands away from the body, palms up to the ceiling, feet flopping out to the side. If you want to bend your knees, then have your knees bent and knock your knees in towards each other so they support each other. That opens out the lower back as well. Okay, that's lovely. So I'm just going to adjust the lights, adjust the music. Okay, so if you can make yourself comfortable at home, turn the lights down a little bit. You might want to use a mask. What we're going to do first of all is we're going to talk through the different parts of the body. So this is totally passive, this body scan. So what we'll be doing is I'll be mentioning the part of the body. So for example, I'll say focus now on your feet. And know that as soon as you focus on that part of the body, that you will completely relax. So as the body starts to relax, then the mind will relax as well. And then once we've worked through all the different parts of the body, everything's completely relaxed, then the mind will relax as well. So gently closing the eyes. Okay, so first of all, focusing on the feet, toes, balls of the feet, the soles and the heels. Both feet, the right foot and the left foot, completely relaxed. Coming up to the ankles, the calves, the knees and the thighs. Both legs, the right leg and the left leg, completely relaxed. Moving up to the hips feel heavier, they sink down into the floor. Then coming up to the small of the back, the middle of the back and the upper back. then round to the tummy, to the abdomen, the diaphragm, the ribs, and all the internal organs, the whole of the centre of the body, completely relaxed. Moving across now to the hands. The hands, fingers are softly curled, palms up towards the ceiling. Both hands, the right hand and the left hand, completely relaxed. Moving up to the wrists, the forearms, the elbows and the upper arms. Both arms, the right arm and the left arm, completely relaxed. Coming up now to the shoulders. Shoulder blades are flat against the floor. All the muscles in the rotator cuff are completely relaxed. And all the muscles that run across the top of the shoulders up into the neck. All completely relaxed. The throat is relaxed. You can swallow just to release the throat if you want to. And then round to the neck. All the small bones in the neck. All those strong muscles in the neck that support the head. The head is supported now. So the whole of the neck can completely relax. Moving up into the scalp. The scalp is smooth, the forehead has no frown lines. The eyes are gently closed and the eyelids are completely relaxed. The cheeks are smooth, the tongue is loose in the mouth, and the jaw is relaxed. Just focus now on your nose, on your ears, and your chin. The whole of the face and the head and the neck. Shoulders, the arms and the hands, the middle of the body, the legs and the feet, all are completely relaxed. So just slowly now, beginning to glide your awareness up front of your spine. Slowly checking in and resting for a moment on each chakra as you go up the spine. Resting on Muladhara, Svadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddha, Ajna, Sahasrara. I'd like you to imagine as well that the spine is like a stalk or a reed, and you draw your awareness up through the reed. Once you reach to the crown of the head, imagine there at the top of that stalk of energy is a luminous white lotus flower. One by one, they begin to open. Each petal of the 1,000-petaled lotus begins to open. And as you imagine the opening of the lotus, your innermost self is merging more and more with the universe. As each petal opens, in your lotus flower, at your crown chakra. Imagining also a beautiful white or golden light. It glows as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, the light flows through the whole body. Just resting now in the awareness of this beautiful 1,000-petaled lotus. Open now. Just enjoying a sense of peace and relaxation. Knowing that the whole body is completely relaxed and has assimilated all the different postures that we've done today. The mind is completely clear, and the crown chakra is perfectly open, flooded with energy and light. And just starting to deepen the breath now slightly. Feeling that breath coming into the tummy, feeling the tummy rising with the in-breath and falling with the out-breath. As you take that nice deep breath in, you'll feel the energy starting to come back into the body and waking the body up. Feel the points of contact again on the floor. And you feel the weight of the body once again on the floor. And then tuning into your sense of hearing, listening out for noises outside of the room, and then listening for noises within the room, and then even focusing down onto your breath, the noise and the feel of your breath. We may even be able to feel or hear your own heartbeat. Taking a nice deep breath in and pointing the toes, bringing the arms above the head, stretching all the way through the body again, pointing those fingers, pointing those toes, then toes up towards the ceiling, stretching the back of the legs. Breathing in and bringing those arms back down by your sides. Wiggling those fingers, tensing those toes, and then bringing those knees in one at a time, clasping around the knees and really making a tiny little ball And just releasing all that tension in the lower back. Really enjoying that stretching. And then rolling over to the right hand side if you've got normal or high blood pressure. To the left if you've got low, coming up to seated. You can sit legs out stretched or legs crossed, whichever you're happy with. I'm going to finish with 3 on, sorry. So thumb and forefinger together, other 3 fingers pointing away. You can close your eyes again if you want to. Breathing in. Breathing in. One more time, breathing in. Oh, Jessica don't like oms. We can get 2 oms, but we can't get a 3rd. Jessie doesn't like it.
Been sleeping away for snoring.
Jessie has been the one that's been snoring, not Steve. Okay, hands into prayer, opening the eyes. Thank you very much. Namaste. Om Shanti. Namaste everybody. Thank you for joining me. And hope to see you again soon on the next one. Thank you, Steve, for being a good pupil. And thank you, Jessie, for sleeping all the way through.